Welcome to the Taking the Lead Media Podcast, broadcasting from the island of Oahu with your weekly playlist of independent music and interviews. My name is Onofre, and welcome to episode 134. Thank you for tuning into the show, and thank you to everyone checking out episodes and for visiting the website. If you're a new listener, welcome to the show. To you regulars, welcome back. Alright, I'm so happy to finally release this episode. This chat was recorded back in May. Emily Whitehurst joins me on the show. You may know her work as part of the punk band Tsunami Bomb, the rock pop stylings of the Action Design, but her current project is a solo electronica act known as Survival Guide. Earlier this year, Survival Guide released a new album titled Live and Alone, and it's a live recording of Whitehurst playing in a church on an old piano doing acoustic arrangements of her songs. There's also a video of the performance on YouTube. Be sure to check it out, search Survival Guide, and it might also help to search it spelled without vowels, SRVVLGD. Currently, Survival Guide has 2 albums, the newest being the Live and Alone album, and her first full-length Way to Go, and 2 7-inch EPs, Hot Lather Machine and Wildcat. The band's first 3 records were released through Side With Us Records. So I was late into the game with Tsunami Bomb. I know they were making a lot of noise in the early 2000s, but didn't hear anything until I picked up the definitive act. And sometime after that release, they had broken up. I was lucky to see them though. I think the festival was called Extreme Days, and it was in Las Vegas, and it was kind of their version of Warped Tour, if Warped Tour didn't stop by the city that year. A lot of good bands played that show. I got to see Mad Caddies, Rise Against, and I think Plain White T's played that day too. When the Action Design started, it sounded like a really cool passion project. I remember reading up on updates on the band, maybe through MySpace or some other outlet, I can't remember. But it was about their late night practices in the living room, putting together their own merch and just having a lot of fun with it. And Landmines is such a good song, I love that song to death. And then they released a 2-song 7-inch and done. So what now? Survival Guide happened. I can't remember where or when I first heard about the band, but when Hot Lather Machine came out, I was hooked on it after listening to The Walls. Great stuff. So in this episode, we touch base on Survival Guide's latest album, future tours and new material, formats and streaming services, and food. We get into food towards the end of our chat, and I actually had to cut out a lot of that stuff, otherwise this would have turned into a foodie episode. But this was a fun chat, and it was cool to have a conversation with Emily after following her work for so long. Be sure to check out this episode's show notes for the playlist and timestamps. Emily picked out the songs, so you'll dig them. Alright, so here it is, my conversation with Emily Whitehurst of Survival Guide, here on the Taking the Lead Media Podcast. Alright, well, thanks again, Emily of Survival Guide, for joining me here on the show. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
As an icebreaker, I gotta ask, what's on your current playlist right now?
Oh, my current playlist?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in writing mode, so I haven't really been looking for a lot of new stuff, but mostly everything that that's on that I have listed on that newsletter recently, like Cara Cara Bonito, and still listening to Lindy Ortega, and I think I listed Django Reinhardt before.
Oh, okay.
Some jazz stuff, like some old jazz stuff, like Astrid Gilberto, like nice. Brazilian stuff. Yeah, just nice. Kind of random selection right now.
Oh, okay, sure. Have you always listened to jazz?
I have been for a while. I mean, there's certain artists that I have really gotten into over time, but I don't consider myself like extremely knowledgeable in jazz.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me either. Like, yeah, I'll just pick up random artists too, or whatever I learned
Yeah.
from class. So it's like, all right, all right. I gotta say, I think April is Jazz Appreciation Month. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I think and then that'll be the month to like check out new and old jazz artists. I guess you would say.
Yeah, I just missed it.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, me too. I gotta say too. Uh, love the album Way to Go. Really dope.
Thank you.
And I have to tell you, the album came with like an envelope.
Uh-huh.
I didn't open it because I didn't want to break the seal. So
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what's in it all these years. I'm wondering if it's just is it
Well,
the
do you want me to
lyrics?
tell you
Yeah,
what's in
please.
it? Yeah, it's the lyrics. It's a lyric sheet, and on the back of the lyric sheet is a kind of an old-timey map of Petaluma,
Ah,
and then all the thank yous and the the liner notes, and then there's your download code is in there.
oh man. Okay.
So you could open it and get it. And there's a sticker in there, and I think that's it.
Right on. Hmm.
Yeah, and the download code doesn't have any bonus tracks like the 7 inches did.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. I'll just pick up another album so I can open that one.
One moment of peace while you are not here. Breathe free again until you reappear.
Can I ask about the new music that you're working on?
Yeah, you
Um,
just want to know.
yeah, like when do you plan to release that, and like maybe how many songs you have planned out for that?
Well, it's everything is still in the early stages, even though I have been technically writing for a lot of months.
Mm.
Um, I moved from California to Texas in September, and it has really thrown everything off for me. Um, yeah, I've lived in California my entire life, so once the plan was to move to Texas, I kind of was like, okay, well, I've got so much stuff to do to get ready for that my writing is, kind of on hold.
Yeah.
And then moved here and just I've been working on the music, but I certainly am not as far along as I would like to be, which is a bummer. So
Mm.
I don't have a release date. I do know that I want it to be a full length album,
Sure.
and it's possible it's probable I will release a single or two before releasing the album, but I definitely want to make it a full collection of probably 10 songs at least, unless for some reason the songs end up being really long.
Will you be working with Side With Us Records on that release?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not totally sure what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm definitely friends with Side With Us still,
Yeah, for sure.
but I might. It's kind of more about whether I can do it with my own funds or if I need a label
Yeah.
to help me. So I'm not totally sure yet.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, yeah. Seems like a lot of it is indie is the way to go, or self release. A lot of it. A lot of the times, if you can self fund too, it's probably
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it
easiest
would be
way.
awesome if I could. I mean, the problem with it is that like, because I just released that acoustic album,
Yeah.
and I just did it digitally because I can easily release stuff on my own digitally. It's whether I want to do vinyl.
Yeah. Oh,
The
okay.
vinyl's pretty expensive.
What's your personal preferred format? Vinyl, or do you have any at all?
I really love listening to vinyl,
Yeah.
although most of the time I do end up just streaming digitally just for the convenience of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do really like vinyl, and I like having vinyl available for my own music.
Nice. Would you say you're a vinyl head? Do you collect?
Uh, I do, but
Yeah.
kind of in an unconventional way. I'm one of those people who I love looking through the old school bargain bins
Oh yeah.
at thrift stores and stuff, and
Sure.
finding just like old Dolly Parton records, or
Nice.
I don't know, Billy Joel, or whatever happens to Phil Collins and
Yeah.
stuff. And of course I would pick up some new stuff if it happened to be in there. I do like a lot of my favorite artists, if they have a new record coming out and it's on vinyl, I will try to pick it up.
How do you feel about cassette tapes?
I don't have a tape player anymore,
Oh,
so
okay. No.
so I can't listen to tapes anymore, which is a problem because I do still have some tapes. I
Yeah.
I have tapes of my own, like my band from high school, and
Oh, nice,
and
nice.
stuff like that I kind of want to convert over. But as far as the medium
Yeah.
of tapes, I don't think they're very good.
No, no,
I mean,
really?
they 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 can get destroyed so easily,
Yes, yes.
like the tape gets all tangled up, and I mean it's definitely nostalgic.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember having to rewind the tape with a pencil eraser,
Oh,
like
yes.
detangle it and then kind of try to get it back in place.
For
But
sure.
but I feel like that's why they're not so great. I
Oh,
guess if you
okay.
don't really, if you don't want any longevity out of your music, then
Yeah.
it's all right.
I'm telling you right now, they're making a comeback.
I
Tapes.
know that's what everyone's been talking about.
It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's compact. Oh,
So how do you? I mean, do you have a Walkman or what?
oh okay. I I had to go back and get a regular tape player. Those little small cheap ones. I mean, it's not a really big system, so it's like a little, almost like a little,
Like a boombox?
kind of, yeah. Like they have those little, like at Walmart, they have those little yeah, radios that actually come with a tape player conveniently. So it's like it's good enough for me. So
Yeah,
as lo-
that's cool.
yeah, as long as I have something to play it on, I'm good.
I
But
know. I should probably get one of those.
but no Walkman. No, those are long gone. Those are long gone.
I bet you could get one.
I know, right? Yeah, on eBay. But they'll
Yeah.
probably be like $100 or something, or
Yeah.
200 now. Filthy
Yeah.
animals, yeah. Awesome. Will you be collaborating anymore with Jason on any new stuff?
I hope to.
Yeah.
I plan on doing a majority of the writing myself, but also, if there's a song that I feel like, because he's busy
Oh,
now
okay.
and he's not doing Survival Guide, but
Yeah.
he has said that if he had time, that I could kind of throw some songs his way and see what he thinks about putting guitar on it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I do plan on doing that at least for one song and seeing if he has time for it. That'd be super cool.
Nice. So he's in California, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Postal service, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
We'll see how
cool.
it goes.
And yeah, really like the new acoustic album. That's really cool. I really like the arrangements of all those songs you did on that album.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did that take a long time to kind of come up with those arrangements for those songs
Um,
to piano?
yeah, and I wouldn't say a really long time
Yeah.
since I am already playing keyboard
Yeah.
on a lot of stuff. I just kind of messed around with it for a while until I had something that seemed good.
Yeah. Did recording those videos take like a long time, or was it kind of just a 1 day deal?
Yeah, it was just one day.
Oh, wow.
It was
Okay.
actually just it was one night. It was like the middle of the night, pretty much.
Nice, nice. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep with the kind of the same, I guess, style, like a mix of electronic and kind of pop with the new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mm.
think so. I was just thinking about this the other day that I might try doing some still electronic and still poppy stuff, but some minimalist sort of stuff since it's
Mm.
just me,
Oh,
and just along similar line, nothing like radically changing.
oh, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, like from Tsunami Bomb to Action Design to Survival Guide, I can see that you've progressed musically over the years, and that I think that's really cool. That's really good progression, like roots and like punk, and now it's more I would say worldly.
Oh,
Or-
thank you.
yeah, that's really cool.
I appreciate that. Because most of the Tsunami Bomb had the most fans out of any of the three bands, so it's nice to hear that there are other people whose music taste progresses too.
Yeah, for sure.
You breeze right past it at every turn. Pulled back elastic, you never learn, but it's right there in your face. You wonder why all the bridges burn. The blame decided, but is it earned? Or did you just lose your way? When you take the time, take a moment to find the light. It goes way, way down. A connection you recognize. purest love or the deepest hate, the answer clear as the sun. We know it's true what they always say. Then we ignore it and look away into a future that's dark. When you take the time, take a moment to find their eyes, it goes way, way down, a connection you recognize. When you take the time, take a moment to find their eyes, it goes way, way down, a connection you recognize. When you take the time, take a moment to find their eyes, it goes way, way down, a connection you recognize.
How's the music scene in San Antonio?
It seems pretty good. I have not started trying to get a lot of shows here yet,
Oh, okay.
but it's cool because the girls from Girl in a Coma live here.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I don't know if you, yeah, and Fani, the drummer, she owns a bar called Bang Bang Bar here,
Wow.
and yeah, and they have shows, and I've played there a couple times already on tour, and so that's kind of really cool. I moved here and already knew some other musicians, and I can't say that I feel like I'm gonna have to really search to see if there's any other sort of electronic-y indie type music like me, because it does seem kind of it seems like the music scene here definitely leans more towards punk rock and heavy like hardcore and metal.
Metalcore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not that much of a electronic scene down there, or just very minimal.
I mean, not as far as I can tell yet, but San Antonio is pretty close to Austin, and I think there's probably some more indie. Austin's always been more of an indie city than so.
Oh, okay.
So I think, yeah, I'll probably see if I can. I mean, the great thing is that there are a ton of venues here of all sizes, which is really helpful for a small artist.
How far is the drive to Austin?
It's about an hour and 15 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. On Hawaii time, that's a very long drive.
Yeah. In Texas, that's like nothing.
That's
like
I'm going to work.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn. I think on Oahu, it maybe like 3 to 4 hours to go around the island, and
Yeah.
that may
All the way around.
yeah, that may include traffic.
Uh-huh.
So depending what time of the day. So
Yeah.
okay. Wow, hour drive. Okay. Have you checked out is it the Austin not film festival, music festival? I heard that's a big thing there.
There's so many. There's
Yeah.
there's South by Southwest.
Oh yes.
There's Austin City Limits.
Mm.
I think there's even more. It's really a music city. So
Wow.
I have been to South by Southwest and played it a couple times.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never been to that. That's probably like on my bucket list of things to do.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh man.
It's like there's so many venues and every venue has all day shows, like starting
Right.
at 11 a.m. or something, going
Damn.
until 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. maybe.
Crazy. Have you ever played the Fest in Gainesville, Florida?
I haven't. I
Yeah.
haven't. I mean, I know about it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I have not played it. I
Oh.
I don't know. Tsunami Bomb didn't really play a lot of festivals besides Warped Tour.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Um, and then I think maybe I don't know the timeline of the fest,
Hmm.
but I kind of think maybe it by the time it was really in full swing,
Yeah.
Tsunami Bomb was already broken up.
Oh, okay, okay.
I might be wrong about that though.
Yeah.
Not totally sure.
I think the usual time for that one is, I want to say like near Halloween, or
Oh yeah.
because then I think it comes on when like, I don't know, the university over there is like out of town, so like basically
Oh,
the,
uh-huh.
the town is like empty. I think that's uh why it's on. It's like, yeah, because that's the perfect time for everybody to like come in when like no one's around, I think. although
Huh, that's interesting.
I've never been though, so. And I don't
Yeah,
know which university. I don't know if it's like Florida State or um
probably.
the Seminoles or the Gators. It's one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of those. Any plans for any big tours this year, or any kind of small tour runs?
Yeah, actually, I don't have it booked yet, but I am planning to do a short tour from San Antonio up north to Minneapolis and back. Just kind of a
Oh wow, nice.
straight up over the country and back.
Oh okay.
Um, with my cousin. She is an author and she's releasing another book, so we're coinciding a music tour and a book tour
Oh,
together.
sweet.
And yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm excited. I still need to book the shows,
Yeah.
but
Oh, okay.
that is the plan.
Nice, nice. So you're gonna hit up like, oh, I'm trying to think of like big book chains like Barnes and Noble, or I know in like Portland, Oregon, there's Powell's.
Oh yeah. I don't know exactly what she's got planned,
Mm.
but I'm just kind of along for the ride.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. That should be fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. I get to help her with her events, and then she helps like sell my merch and helps me carry gear and stuff for the shows.
Nice, nice. Any tours planned with any other bands? Like
Nothing planned. I do know that if you've been following Survival Guide at all,
yeah.
you know that I've toured with Lungs and Limbs like a
Yes.
million times, and we have not. We want to do the whole U.S. We want to cover the whole U.S. at some point, and
Nice.
we haven't been out to the East Coast yet together. So we definitely need to do that. And there's no time frame on it, but it's for sure going to happen at some point.
Nice.
And who knows? Maybe Hawaii.
Yes, you should.
That'd be amazing.
Get ready to tear it apart. Get ready to jump ahead and meet the end before you start. You hope these words are the key to your own personal mystery.
Yes. I hear that it's I guess the biggest challenge is just equipment, bringing down equipment, and
Yeah.
plane tickets. When you guys came
Yeah, I
down
mean,
with Tsunami Bomb, was that a problem or a challenge?
no, it wasn't. Well, I mean, it's you have to rent the big gear. You have to rent all the amps and
Oh
the
wow.
drums that you need. And
Yeah.
then if the guys want to bring their guitars, their guitars and basses, then we do like oversized baggage on the flight, which is like, I don't know, $100 per
Oh,
guitar or something like that. So yeah, it's more about cost. And when we played there, there was a promoter that really wanted us to play there, so the promoter bought our tickets and everything. So that
wow.
was, yeah, that was covered. For Survival Guide, I don't see that happening just yet.
No.
I'd have to pay for it all myself.
Right, right. Oh, okay. I didn't know you or bands would rent equipment as opposed to bringing their
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, I mean, for the really big, for amps and stuff like that, you can just find a rental company, and somebody will rent you their stuff. I know that, and we were not in charge of it when we
Hmm.
played in Hawaii, so I'm not totally sure what the promoter might have had friends who had amps or something. But when we played in Europe, there's definitely a place called the Music Bank
Oh,
that
okay.
has everything like mic stands and amps and guitars and everything that you could want to rent
Yeah.
specifically for touring bands coming over, which is really nice and convenient.
Oh, okay. Oh, and so it'll be ready for you when you get there, and then.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
see.
And
I see.
I'm not sure if that company is still in business, but since I haven't been for a while, but
Yeah.
they even rented the vehicles too. Like, so you could get over there and rent a van,
Nice.
and they just stick all the gear into it.
Oh wow.
It's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now. Oh, okay. It's like, wow, how do you guys bring all that stuff? They'll charge you
Yeah.
baggage fees, one bag, two bag,
Yeah.
like the check-ins. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, we did bring the guitars that are oversized,
I see.
definitely oversized baggage, and I would have to do that with my keyboards. I think I've thought about it before
Yeah.
and tried to think if there's a way I could do it without having to bring my own keyboards. But I have the sounds all saved in there and,
Yeah.
kind of tweaked to how I want them. And so I don't know. I
Wow.
think I would have to bring them, which would be expensive.
Yeah. Put them all on a laptop and just do it that way.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that too.
Just press play, the show starts.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. How many keyboards do you have? What's your setup like?
My setup is two keyboards, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of going back and forth between setups right now. I've got one way I've got two keyboards and a laptop, and then for the drum beats,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I also have all the drum beats saved onto a drum pad.
Hmm. Okay.
So I can do either or. Having the computer has not been super reliable for me at times. I went on a tour with one of the tours I did with Lungs and Limbs. My
Yeah.
computer just started just dropping out. So
Oh.
like I'd be playing, full swing in the middle of a song, and then suddenly the drums turn off,
Oh.
and it was the worst. It was like a living nightmare for
Oh
me.
man. Oh, that's gotta be the worst though.
Yeah, it was awful. And it happened probably, I don't know, 10 or 12 times before I got the drum pad. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I can't get up on stage and not know if my drums are gonna play.
Yeah. Oh man.
So scary.
What brands of keyboards do you play? I like it.
I have a micro Korg for some bassy stuff, and then my big keyboard is a Roland Juno.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like Korg. Um, but
yeah, me too.
yeah,
The micro Korg is great.
yeah, nice.
It's got a lot of great sounds built into it, which is nice, and it's little, so it's easy to transport.
Looks in the mirror, nothing is clear. Where's he taking it from here? Goes his mind, dead or alive, inside fluorescent lights. Open his hand on the desk in the corner, 3 stories at best. The locks are turning, dust in the hall. There's no way out. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. I have a hard time wanting to help. I think of myself. Leave the glass up on the shelf. Don't open the door, no matter who for. But should I see his face before he goes? I'll never know just what's wrong. Not listening, not sinking in where two brick walls. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. Oh, what do you want? I got a funny feeling you don't even know. Don't know. Don't know, but now you say you're feeling fine. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. Oh, going nowhere, anywhere. Oh, nowhere, anywhere.
So how's the Patreon going for you?
It's going awesome.
Yeah, you getting a lot
It's
of subscribers or fans? I think that's what they call
Yeah, I
them.
mean, I think I have I want to say 80
Nice, nice.
80 patrons. I'm not totally sure if that's correct, but it's been really awesome. One of the main things that I'm doing on my Patreon is one of the rewards that you can get is that I will record whatever cover you want me to do.
Mm.
And that's been super fun and super cool because it's a lot of most of the songs people are requesting I've never even heard before. So it's like a musician challenge, to like
Oh,
listen
okay.
to the songs and think about how I'm gonna redo them and then record it. Which the other cool thing about that is that with all of Way to Go, I recorded it with Jason and demoed everything with Jason.
Yeah.
And he was always the one who was more knowledgeable about recording us. So I've had to teach myself a lot of stuff about recording and mixing and all that kind of audio setup stuff, which is it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying learning more while I'm also getting to do music. So it's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, what's the hardest request like to cover you've gotten so far?
Uh, yeah, it's kind of a toss up between a few of them, I feel like. One song is one person requested a song by Sleater Kinney,
Oh, okay, nice.
which is like so analog, you know? It's like just drums and like kind of sloppy sounding guitar and vocals that are just super distorted and can't really tell what's going on.
Right.
So that'll be interesting and fun to try and redo that. And then I think the next one that I'm gonna do is someone requested a song by Nightwish. Do you know them?
No, no, I'm not familiar with that band.
It's a female fronted I don't know what their genre is, but it's like kind of I want to say it's like Nordic metal.
Oh,
And so it's like a metal band with a female vocalist
right.
that sings with that really like operatic kind of style.
Oh, okay, wow.
So so yeah,
Yeah.
I just sat down not long ago and said, okay, I know this Nightwish is gonna be interesting. So I sat down and listened to it, and I'm like, I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
No. Right on.
But that's part of what makes it fun is that
Yeah.
it's literally a challenge, you know, like it's not like it's super easy. It's an actual it makes me think and have to actually work
Right.
at music. It's cool.
Are you a Spotify or Apple Music subscriber?
I actually subscribe to both of them.
Oh, wow, really?
Um,
Wow.
yeah, just because when I was started releasing my own survival guide stuff and maintaining my own distribution, my own online distribution, I figured I should see what people are seeing and I
Yeah.
should see how it works and see how because I initially started with Apple Music
Yeah.
and then it's obvious that more people use Spotify. So I was like, well, I should just get Spotify too.
Yeah.
And just, you know, just for the sake of research, kind of just knowing how listeners are utilizing it.
Oh, so Mexican food must be bomb in Texas, I bet.
It is.
Yeah. Oh,
It is. It's I mean, it's what's really interesting about it is how different it is from the Mexican food in California.
there's a significant difference.
Yeah, definitely. The biggest thing is that in California, the big thing to eat is burritos,
Mm.
and everybody loves burritos. And there's
Right.
burrito shops, and like all the Mexican places have burritos, and they're amazing. And here there's only tacos.
Really?
And
Wow.
yeah, and burritos are like they're not a thing. It's like if there are burritos, it's like in this next to the section where they have hamburger listed, you know?
Oh, no way. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Just taco and burrito
Yeah.
is the black sheep or like
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I think that's what a way to end the chat with food, I think.
Yeah, now I'm hungry.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna go get some brunch or some breakfast. But no, yeah, it's about
Yeah.
what, like 3 o'clock there now? Like maybe
Yeah.
kind of a mid-lunch
Snack.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, Emily, thank you for your time. Really, I really appreciate it. This was really a cool talk with you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, and cool to meet you through Skype.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah, you
awesome.
too. I'm glad we got it all situated.
Yeah, for sure. Is there any last things you want to add or mention, shout outs to anything in particular?
I think that we covered everything. I've got the new stuff in the works, but I've also got the Patreon going, and tours coming up. I think your interview was very thorough.
Oh, nice, nice. You want to mention the site to where people can go to for the Patreon?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, good idea. I was gonna say that you can find me everywhere online just by searching Survival Guide without any vowels. So that's just, anywhere like Instagram, Facebook, everything, and Patreon. So it'd just be patreon.com/SRVVLGD. And that's the easy way to find me, unless you're on, Spotify or Apple Music or one of those, then it's actually fully spelled out.
Nice, nice. Yeah, and you subscribe to both.
Yeah,
You endorse both of them. Nice.
I do.
Okay, cool. All right, right on. Well, thank you again, Emily. I appreciate your time, really.
Thank you.
Really cool. All right, well,
Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you out there in Hawaii before
yes.
too long.
For sure, yeah. One of these days, hopefully, yes. I still need to catch Survival Guide, the live set.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool. Well, yeah, have a good rest of your day and have a good weekend.
All right, thanks. You too.
Yeah. Okay. Talk soon. Take care.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Bye.
They are ordinary, nondescript walls, plain people, calm and quiet, ordinary, till the tide turns, voices get sharp, start to rise, eyes frenzy, don't know what to do, or who they should look up to. They're divided by an invisible line. It's time to pick a side now, and we all tear the walls down. Oh, what did you expect? Yeah, we're human, no regrets. Oh, whoa. And we all tear the walls down. Oh, what did you expect? Yeah, we're human, no regrets. Sharp objects hidden in their clothes, planning out an overthrow, figure which way the mob will go. Paranoia is highly contagious, so please cover your mouth and nose. Fearful leader knows it's just a matter of time before he's out to dry. And we all tear the walls down. Oh, what did you expect? Yeah, we're human, no regrets. Oh, whoa. And we all tear the walls down. Oh, what did you expect? Yeah, we're human, no regrets. We've got no direction, we've got no respect. Each interjection as loud as the next. How can we know which way to go, or are we all alone? And we all tear the walls down. Oh, what did you expect? Yeah, we're human, no regrets. Oh, whoa. And we all tear the walls down. Oh, what did you expect? Yeah, we're human, no
That track is The Walls, and it is on Survival Guide's latest album, Live and Alone. Alright, so that is it for this show. Much thanks to Emily Whitehurst for being on the show. It was definitely fun and an awesome time talking with you. Be sure to check out her music, which is available on Spotify and Apple Music. Also, be sure to visit her on Bandcamp at srvvlgd.bandcamp.com. The official website is srvvlgd.com. And be sure to check out her Patreon page, patreon.com/srvvlgd. And subscribe to her newsletter too. She's got like the best newsletter out there right now. Always with lots of fun info and links. So thank you again to you listeners. Thank you for checking out this episode. Hope you enjoyed the tunes. Check out the show notes for details on the music you heard. I'll also have them posted on this podcast website, takingtheleadmedia.com. You can also stream past episodes and read up on my seldom ramblings too. This podcast is also available on YouTube. Search Taking the Lead Media, and on Tumblr at oneshotsideshow.tumblr.com. This is an Apple podcast, so please check it out on iTunes. Also, do me the favor, please rate and review this podcast. 1 star, 5 stars, you decide. Any feedback will help towards improving the show and help the podcast climb the charts. I'd be very grateful for that. Also, do recommend the show to a friend. They may find their new favorite band on a future episode. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit me up on Twitter at TTLMPodcast. I do love the interaction. Send love, hate, comments, questions, music submissions, recommendations to my email, along with any general correspondence, to takingtheleadmedia@gmail.com. And be sure to tune in later this week. I'll actually be releasing a couple more episodes this week. Lots of tunes for you all to listen to. But if you're subscribed, you'll know when you get the new episodes. My name is Onofre, and I'll be signing off until the next Taking the Lead Media podcast. Thanks for listening.
I try